Welcome to another episode of the pregame show on recruits.ca. I'm your host, Blain Pudvey, also the host of Habs Unfiltered. And I'm joined now by Grant McCagg, founder and owner of recruits.ca. Welcome, Grant.
Owner, yeah, that's better than editor. That makes me sound really, really official.
Every week we step up. So this episode, the Canadiens are about to play against the Ottawa Senators in the second of a two-game set. They lost in overtime after Jake Allen stole a point. And tonight there's been a few changes to the lineup. So can you explain to us a little bit about that and your thoughts on those minor changes?
Lekkonen's still out. I guess they're Claude's going, all defense there. Like you said, I think I mentioned in my article that he would blame the 13 goals in 7 games on too much risk taking, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Yep.
I don't know how risky you are when you score 13 goals in 7 games, but he's he wants to win it 0 to -1. So that's what the approach is going to be. It'll be Kulak. Kulak will come in to spark the offense. He's the one that's going to probably get them. They'll get 5 tonight because Kulak's in the lineup.
Well, when you make those changes in the bottom pair and the bottom line, it just brings up the offensive numbers for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, they should be really inspired tonight. Kulak's in there. That'll get them going. Oh, we'll see. I think they need a couple breaks. They're all I think the pressure's on right now. You start losing a few, and just like the last year, like they had 2 8-game losing streaks or something like that.
Yes.
Starting to feel like that again, right? And the pressure's on, and the longer that you go without getting a break or two, it just seems to grow, right? So here's hoping that it bounces off of I don't know, a Kulak blast bounces off of Corey Perry's ass or something and goes in, and they just roll from there. I think that might be what they need, a break early.
Well, there's no extra column for pretty goal versus ugly goal. So every goal doesn't matter how you get them as long as they get them. On his adjustments, on Julien's adjustments, he hasn't made any real changes to the lineup, and I don't expect there will be. However, he did make one comment today about Kotkaniemi. He said he's just been a better player. He's skating better. He's shooting a little bit more because he's skating into those areas. His overall game's just been better. Do you think that comment might kick off maybe a slight adjustment where he moves Kotkaniemi into a more advantageous offensive position?
So he's just been better. He didn't say just been better than Dano, did he?
No.
He didn't add that part?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well,
I think it goes without saying.
Let's hope he was saying that under his breath at least. Geez, it's nice when you obviously he was asked the question, so he had to answer it, right? I mean, you got to take it in context, but he has been better. He's right. And here's hoping that he's been watching the film and, he has a eureka moment and says, hey, this guy's playing better than the centerman with one goal that wasn't an empty netter in the last 50, as Mitch Melnick pointed out today. I didn't even realize when I got thinking about it. Hey, that's right. One of his 2 goals in the last 50 games was an empty netter. So really, he's got one legitimate goal in his last 50. So yeah, maybe KK can do better than that. So maybe KK will play more than Dano tonight. It'd be nice to see. Just why not? You've won 2 games on this slide. It's time to try something at least a little radical. And here's hoping that Kotkaniemi gets a bigger offensive role tonight.
Well, after Danault playing nearly 18 minutes and the Canadians barely scraping into an extra point, it might be a good idea to try something a little bit different.
I agree. And what are your thoughts on, what do you think they should do?
Well, I do feel that Kotkaniemi has deserved a promotion, at least a look with more offensive wingers, and Danault being offensively, well, he's in a drought. Let's be honest, he's in a pretty serious drought. If he just went down, played against some lesser opposition, by that I mean like a third line or a fourth line, maybe his offensive game start to kick in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one game against Ottawa, which should be a win. However, it seems to be that Ottawa is now the new Detroit for the Montreal Canadiens this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem that way.
Now, we'll just move on to the next piece, and that is,
Tiger Woods?
well, sadly, Tiger Woods, he's going to live, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not too sure on his game, but I'm talking more about Guhle. So Guhle had his professional debut last night. He looked pretty good, and you're putting something together for the subscribers that I think they're really going to enjoy.
Yeah, I ended up, I've got Instat, which is a great tool to, you get video on every prospect and every player, pro, amateur. And I got a look at Guhle. I looked at the game, and every one of his shifts and every pertinent play that he made, that I thought he made as I went along. I discovered that I had 21 video clips. So it's taken me majority of the afternoon to put together the article, but we're going to get her up at some point today, and maybe explaining most of the clips and what I saw and what impressed me. Um, I think he had a very solid pro debut. He didn't, obviously didn't do anything sexy, and that's not necessarily his game. He's not going to wow you offensively all the time, but he does a pile of things well, and he already showed, I think, that he can play it at the pro level. So for a kid that just turned 19, that's pretty encouraging.
Yeah, and the Canadians' defensive prospects just keep impressing. Actually, with up in Laval, Fairbrother has looked very solid. With Guhle's playing that one game, he looked very, very good. Um, so Habs
Did you
fans should be excited.
did you see any of the game last night, or?
I did.
Okay, I know you were playing some hockey there.
I did. Yeah,
Okay, how'd the third game go? Anyways, did you guys beat Halifax?
we did. So my son's team took it to Halifax pretty good. They won 3-1, and now they're moving on.
Good stuff. Good to hear. Who you playing next?
We don't know yet.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
that's what happens when you sweep. You just wait for the next group.
Yeah. Well, not going to be any bigger town than Halifax anyway. So.
There you go. Yeah, and I don't know where my kid gets his talent from, because it's not from me.
Oh, did he score or what?
Yeah, he got a few assists.
Oh, good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
don't pass. I hog the puck.
Well, maybe Claude will put him in next game there if Lekkonen's still sitting. Need some kind of spark. Hopefully tonight.
Well, he's about the same size as Caulfield, so I don't see how he wouldn't be out of place.
Yeah. Right on.
But I think that does it for this pregame episode. Before we sign off, however, is there one aspect of the game that you feel is a key to a Canadiens victory?
Yeah. I think as I mentioned earlier, I think they need to get a break. They have to, as is often the case when you're in a slump, the bounces aren't going your way. Um, I think the key is that they score the first goal tonight, and that'll ease some of the pressure off them. And what would be nice, and what they were doing earlier in the year, was scoring a few goals in the first period. Getting off to good starts, good leads. And when you do that, you can play the Claude Julien style and get away with it, because you don't have to be searching for goals. You can get breaks and turnovers and stuff, and add to the lead. So the other team tries to get offensive, and then then they're caught. So I think the key is get an early lead, and if it's off a break, then I don't care how it is. It can be an end to end, or it can be a lucky fluky bounce. Just score first.
I'd love to see one come off the stanchion with the goalie out of position. That'd be just the perfect goal.
Yeah, sure.
So, everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to recruits.ca and you'll get some awesome content like you're about to get with the Guhle article that Grant's putting together for us using Instat. And go Habs go.
Yeah.